Hi guys, I have a subject today that I couldn't find any information on when I purchased it, so I will share my experiences. That is on the P30sk specifically. There you go. This has been safety checked. There's empty chamber, no mag, all that good stuff. So I like to have a weapon light on pretty much every gun, handgun anyway, well, rifle for that matter, for the most part too. And this one, I could not find what lights fit it when it first came out. I've had this for, I don't know, like 3 or 4 years now or something like that. And I first started out with, there was the Surefire really small one, the XC1, I think it was newly out when this came out, and then the Olight PL-Mini came out to kind of directly compete with that. And I thought this would be just the ticket, and it does not even come close to fitting. It is like a full 3/4 inch off of where it needs to be. 3/8 of an inch probably, something like that. So this little lug right there does not come anywhere near this forwardmost slot, and it won't even, you can't even almost get it to lock into place. So, but it fits on a Glock 19, and so that works. And then I picked up the Inforce APL-C, the non-Glock specific model. It's I believe they just call it the Picatinny model. There's Picatinny and there's Glock. The Glock one, this lug is a little bit more forward, so I can point at that. This lug would be a little bit further towards the light bezel. On this one, it works out pretty perfect. And it gives you a little bit of a standoff if you subscribe to that being something that you want or require. Meaning that if you were to run your gun into something, if you're, doing John Wick type stuff, and run your gun into something, if you run your barrel and your slide into something, it'll push it out of battery, and that'll stop your gun from functioning. So this gives you a standoff so that, check that again, so that you can actually pull that trigger. That feels so wrong. But for you guys, right? But so that works out perfect. This is what I leave on here pretty much at all times. The way it works is, I'm sure you've seen it before, more than likely. I didn't tighten this down all the way, so it's a little loosey-goosey. But you just push in on these little paddles on the side, ambidextrous. Push them in for more than a second, and it'll turn off as soon as you let go. If you just give it a little click, it'll stay on. And I believe it's 200 lumens. It takes a CR2, kind of an oddball battery, but I mean, in the world of Amazon, you can get a package of them for a couple bucks and you're pretty good for, several years. Most of the time I change out things like on my birthday or something and just stay ahead of the curve. And then I bought, when this came out, I thought that this would be good because this is like 600 lumens. This is the Olight PL-2 Valkyrie. The other one's just the regular PL-Mini Valkyrie. This is the PL-Mini 2 Valkyrie. Goofy nomenclature. And this one also fits quite nicely. It's a little awkward to get into place. It's got a little ratcheting mechanism where you can slide it forward and backwards and basically get a fit on anything. I think this one looks a little bit better, how it's flush, but it doesn't give you that standoff. And then the actuation, I feel like it's a little bit goofier, where you push down on this little wing here. It is ambidextrous. It works very well, but it's just, I think I got used to this and then just don't like change. But that functions quite well. And then, while I have kind of oddball guns that are hard to find lights that fit for, I'll show you this one also. This is a Walther CCP. Okay, see it there. The APL will absolutely not fit on this either. It will fit, but it's way too far out, and it puts the actuation buttons awkwardly far away. I think that might be it right there. And you don't really get a lot of engagement on it. That's kind of how it fits, where they're like almost too far away. It fits, but it's not good. The actual Glock model would probably fit on here, I would imagine, but I'm not sure. The regular PL-Mini will also not fit on here. Disappointingly, you can see right there where the lug is. Doesn't even come close to actually getting to where it needs to be. Probably can't really see. There's the lug sticking out completely in front. It doesn't even work. So the PL-Mini Valkyrie 2 is what kind of rides on this one, and it fits quite nicely. You don't get that standoff room. You could, if you wanted to, kind of push it out a little ways, but you don't really need that. And this gun's pretty slim and trim, and you try to make it as small as possible anyway. Great gun though. But that's really all I wanted to talk about. And then another note is, if you ever find yourself with a gun and light combination that nobody makes holsters for, there's always the option to just make it yourself using like a Kydex holster kit off of like Amazon or something. There's a lot of videos on how to do it. Filster is, I think, the resource that I used the most. But this is what I came up with because nobody made these when I first made it. So it's just kind of an appendix carry rig that I crafted myself. It's got pretty good retention. There we go. Especially once your belt is on it, kind of wrapped around it, and it's very, very comfortable. It works for me, and it kind of indexes off of the light itself rather than the gun. But as you can see, I've carried this gun quite a bit. Kind of my daily driver, so to speak. And it is in 9mm. It's a 10 plus one, I believe. But yeah, that's pretty much it. That's all I really wanted to talk about. I just couldn't find any information on that when I was trying to, so figured I'd maybe try to help somebody out if they were in the same boat. Thanks, guys. Catch you on the flip side.